Welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. If you're following us from last season, welcome back. If you're new, where the heck have you been? That's all I have to say, really. We usually start by telling to people what the streets have been saying, but I don't think I'm fit to fulfill this role at the moment. So I'm going to leave that to Cam. What have the streets been saying? Because what have the streets been saying?
Tell him, wave it high in his face.
Don't need to say too much, man. Don't need to say too much. It speaks for itself.
I think you
4-0 opening day. 4-0 opening day. Let's get into this, man. Fuad?
Right, let's break it down. So, Chelsea United, Old Trafford, 4-0. I'm even mad, bruv.
Old Trafford.
Yo, the 4-0 got him stumbled.
He's stuttering. He's stuttering. Is that what we're doing to you? We're making him a star. Come on, man.
Let's talk about it though. First half, what do you make of it? In fact, let's lineups. Maguire straight in.
This is what 80 million buys you. Everyone was so quick. Everyone was just waiting for Maguire to fail.
Who's everyone?
All the fans. Oh, he's overpriced. He's this. This is where it gets you solidity. Winning every header, passing from the back, composure, coming out with the ball, front foot defending, everything that we needed.
You start making up phrases.
It sounds like a speech campaign. I love it.
Every single thing we needed, Maguire provided. That is what we've been missing. Oh man, I'm so gassed. Black boots. Like a real man,
like a proper
Lindelof needs to take off them green boots. He won't become an elite defender until he takes on them green boots.
Too fancy.
But black boots, professional. That was beautiful.
If we're being serious about it, with Maguire, we spoke about it. I know a lot of people have been like, 8 million is too much. However, if you can defend, you can defend. And sometimes you see centre back, it's one of those positions, right, that if you just ooze this confidence and reassurance here, people.
It's infectious.
De Gea was only had to save shots from outside the box.
Only had one chance.
I think there was one chance that was
with him
inside
as well.
the box.
He's had that effect. I think when he came into Leicester,
Yeah, I'm saying there's probably one that was in the box. What's interesting about the whole thing as well is you can see the difference in Lindelof. There was one time when Lindelof was getting pressed by two guys. He spanned
up,
and then he kept going.
We know Lindelof can do this,
and we know. But the thing is, he's in a position now where he can do that, and it's like, if I mess up, I haven't got Chris Smalling to do the. You know what? Let's flip it. Look at Chelsea, right? Mm-hmm. When Pedro made a mistake and they went through and Zuma made a tackle, Lindelof quite simply knows that Maguire is not going to do that. So you can afford to mess up and you clean up from the mistakes. Yep. And then with De Gea, knowing that his centre backs are good, he knows that if they get past them, I'm going to be De Gea. So I don't know. You had, to sum up, you had quality all over the pitch. I think Chelsea played well.
I wouldn't say we have quality all over the pitch.
The reason why I say quality, right, is because look at Pogba. People will say that Pogba's performance was subpar, right? But when you possess quality,
I hope guys keep their eyes open.
That's not me. I personally think his performance is great. Some people say that it wasn't one of these performances that was kind of like swashbuckling, or 10 out of 10. Same thing with like Ndombele yesterday. But again, I'm going back to that word quality. When you possess pure quality, you have moments in games where you do something that other people can't do. No, Pogba 2 assists. Ndombele curler from nowhere.
Brilliant.
Like when you possess quality,
it makes a difference.
It oozes.
And there's a difference with Maguire. And that's the thing. I think with Maguire, no one doubted his quality. I think the biggest...
No. People doubted.
What?
I think people
me
doubted.
personally, anyway, I never doubted his quality. It was just a matter of the price for me was always an issue. I knew he would make an impact in that team. But against Chelsea this early, I think you look at that Chelsea starting lineup before the game, I think United were favourites. When I saw Kante was missing, I knew that would be a big hole. And when you look at Jorginho, who else was there? Kovacic and Mount. Not a defensive bone in that midfield.
100%. But if we're being like, let's break down the 4-0. So penalty, rash decision by Zuma. Everyone knows that Zuma's got that in him. So it's kind of like you see it, and it's kind of like you can't even be mad. It's typical. There we go.
Hey, listen, them
typical.
What did I say? I said to you, lot, I would never spend big money on a black African centre back.
Whoa!
It's just as simple as that. And look, people are talking about United buy a Koulibaly, 100 million.
No.
He's a black.
It's about your.
Listen,
it's about the footballing heritage.
I ain't spending that money on a black African centre back.
I don't want to delve into it too much, right? But listen, like even from we've all played football back day. I've seen good like black centre backs yet, and they've always said, listen, lad, I'm just gonna tell you, listen.
Well, look,
I know you're
Chelsea
strong.
got no
I know
excuses
I
then.
know you're strong, but you can't rely on your pace alone. That's what they say in the academy.
Chelsea got no excuses then,
means they
because
have a
what?
brain
Who
up
do they
there.
have out missing? Rudiger. And that would have made a difference.
No, but this
For
is
me,
this
this
goes
is-
back to what I said
this-
with Rudiger. Rudiger wouldn't have made that mistake, but Rudiger would have probably made a mistake where there's a through ball and he would have kicked into the path.
Rudiger's alright.
But I think
He's
this
good,
is a
but-
massive red flag for Chelsea for me. I think everyone will say, yo, they never
There's
had
bigger
the
red.
ban.
There's bigger red flags that I can go into. The first one is we've been getting arse handed to us by top 6 teams. I mean, the reason why this isn't
You got
this
your ass handed. We smacked your
yeah,
ass
but do you know
badly.
badly? But the thing is, do you know why it's so mad? Because I'm coming in here and look, you can't even
Bro,
see, you
child
can't
getting
see any sorrow.
disciplined.
You know, you can't see any sorrow
Disciplined.
because we've got.
I can see the pain in your
No,
eyes,
no,
bro.
Remember
Don't tell me I can't see no
remember
sorrow.
the-
I
remember
can see the
City-
pain
no,
in
no,
their
remember
eyes,
the
bro.
City- remember the City
Fam,
one?
I can
Remember the
see
City-
them.
No, do you remember the City
Boy,
one?
listen.
Remember the City one? I came in there, I couldn't talk.
Boy.
6-0, 6-0. But it goes again when you bring in someone like Lampard that hasn't won any trophies, that hasn't got managerial experience. It means that I've said it in our video before we put it on Instagram. It means that you've brought it in because of a reason. What's that? Because you think that he's going to play good football. Good football doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get results. Look at Norwich.
Thank you.
Norwich played very well.
Your players
No
are crap.
result.
Slapped.
Villa played well in spells, no result. There's difference. There's quality and there's quality. The Norwich game, I don't want to go into it
So
too
you're
much.
saying Chelsea are on the same Liverpool level as
No,
Norwich
don't
and
do
Norwich and
that,
Villa?
man. Don't do that.
So what?
Don't do that.
Them Derby managers come and bring that mentality.
Lampard is gonna continue to play this way because no matter what, going forward,
That's his.
you
Yeah,
lot-
you live by your
lot-
sword, you die by your
exactly.
sword.
And if you lot are gonna sign players need to know how to play Frankie ball. You get
100%.
That's
So
cool. But if
that
the
is-
results
that-
keep going this way,
listen, it's
I can't
listen,
see
it's
this
like-
off.
chop and change.
he came. Listen. Wait.
Lampard
You're
out
talking.
is already
wait.
trending.
Wait, you're
Yeah,
talking
but go
about
on,
quality.
go
You're
on.
talking about quality and stuff. He couldn't sign players, of course. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he came. Chelsea came to Old Trafford with Tammy Abraham as their 9. Listen, this isn't Barnsley at Villa Park, mate. This is Old
Do you
Trafford.
know what I find is
and
so
he's,
hilarious,
And he's
though?
not good enough. It's
You know-
as simple as
Do you know what I
that.
find is so hilarious though? Because who's his biggest advocate in this room?
I don't shout Tammy
Oi.
Abraham.
No, I'm talking about Lampard. Who's Lampard's biggest advocate?
Yeah, of course. Lampard's gonna do well. Chelsea played
You just
all right.
think so?
So
Chelsea played all right.
so let
me-
But
What?
listen,
No,
listen.
what is- you was the
Chelsea
you was-
played.
look,
Wait.
sorry,
I'm
no, no.
talking about their general play was all right, but obviously,
Tell you what, no.
Wait. But
I get you.
obviously, once United got a couple, once we went 2 goals up, it was game over.
No, Cam, I
Their
get you.
Chelsea have not
Bro,
got quality enough quality, but they played good
Cam,
football.
I get you, but remember, listen,
It's
let me
as simple as
Cam,
that.
hear what I'm saying though. Listen, we're a big platform, innit, obviously. Man are bigger, innit? So like, obviously, man them are watching it.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to say that a team played well if they get.
Bro,
it's
they
4-0.
played
4-0.
good football.
No,
The
we-
they
first
we're
played
not
half
allowed
good
to say it.
survived.
football.
We have to. No, we're not allowed to say it. Man.
They played good football. You guys hit the post twice.
I know that, but we're not allowed to say it. We can't
Boy,
talk
I can
about
say
it.
whatever I like.
We can't
So-
talk
so-
about it.
I
so
can
this
say
is
so
whatever I
mad.
like.
So if Lampard continues to play this nice football, results don't pick up. Are you lot telling me you lot can see Lampard?
Yeah, but
knowing
look-
the Chelsea fan base lasting past Christmas, and I know it's just one game. I don't want to get too hasty. And
Can
even,
I interject
Even
here?
United fans, I don't want to say
Let-
don't get too excited too easily because you remember what happened this time last year
100%.
when
What?
Oli first took over, and this was exactly the swashbuckling
He's
football
got
you're
his
playing.
pre-season.
So
I love it.
He's
No,
got- he can
it's good.
influence,
So-
he can
I'm
put
just
in his
saying,
style.
rein it in a little bit.
I don't have to rein
because
nothing in. We
it's
just
the
beat Chelsea
opening
4-0.
game.
Yeah,
big man.
listen, maybe
So-
for the season, but right now, we beat you guys
You can be happy-
convincingly.
you can be happy about it. You can be happy
and
about it.
wait,
I ain't involved.
yeah, I'm talking about we beat Chelsea convincingly.
100%.
Wait, and we had everything that Ole wanted to do came off in that game.
James
we
scoring.
pressed. James came off
Martial,
the bench. Martial
Rashford.
in the 9 got his goal in a poacher's effort as well,
Yeah.
which I love that he did that.
Rashford
The
got
poacher's
2.
effort. Rashford got 2.
Pogba
Rashford-
2.
And do you know what? And that's how I know Rashford's in for a big season, and he knows his
This-
head is screwed on because. Who was our penalty taker last
200K?
season? It was Pogba.
This is
He
the
took
year.
He took
He
it.
took it.
And that means he's
100%.
going to be taking it for the rest of the season.
Well, the
Come on, man.
key thing for
I
me
know
there
he's
is
confident this year.
just on your point, right? The key thing for me there is he got 10 last season. He's already on 2. That's a fifth of his goals from last season. The
More
first
than
game.
Lukaku got in the
Lukaku has been eclipsed by not only Martial
Dan James.
but Dan James
Daniel
and
James.
Rashford.
And this is the
in
guy
one
that
game.
people wanted us to cry over that he left. And listen, Lukaku is a loss because obviously we haven't replaced him in terms of, listen, it's a long season. We're going to need something. But I'm sorry, I'm not missing Lukaku's 13 goals from last season.
I
I'm
hear
not,
you,
I'm not
but
missing that crap.
On Fuad's point, Fuad raises a good point, and it's about if you look at United, right? United were in a situation where, okay, you've got the preseason there and whatnot. However, this is the first game. It's a very, very good start.
Convincing.
It's a very good and convincing
That's how you start a season.
And I think, if anything, I think the most reassuring thing for United fans is that all of the signings played really well.
Wan-Bissaka.
The one thing that was for me, and I don't know if you guys agree or not, looking at the first half, I was looking at United and I was like, okay, how are United actually playing? Second half, I saw that Pogba was the outlet with the through ball and everything. Yeah. But in the first half, I couldn't figure out what the identity of Ollie's going for this season, if you get what I'm coming from.
It was in the first half, it was a lot of first half jitters. You know, like we started the season poorly. Yeah. We lost at Cardiff. I think it was a lot of little bit of like nervous play. Our defense were giving us confident play. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, and Maguire. I'm not going to mention Luke Shaw. That let me not even mention it. But so with the back, with our defense, it was nice. But then once it got to like, let's say Pogba, the next pass was he would hold on to the ball maybe and too much because the options weren't there. But it was a lot of jitters. Once we got out of that, it started getting a bit more free flowing. We started pressing. We started seeing Chelsea's nerves as well. We started seeing your nerves.
I think that was the key thing as well. Yeah, I think what you saw a lot of was the Chelsea nerves kicking in, and I think it's one of those Chelsea's style of play. I think if anything suited your counter attacking. I think the Pogba over the ball top that just caught them way off guard, and then even for Martial's goal, I thought just Chelsea's general style of play didn't help them. I think more of a test what will be for United will be Wolves next week.
Where is it?
I think that's at Molineux.
At Molineux,
and I think because last season you lost twice to them in a couple of weeks, and that kind of killed your momentum you had then. So for me, next week will probably be a bigger test for you.
So there's three things quickly, right? You mentioned Chelsea style of play. Azpilicueta, I'm so sorry, but the signs have been there since last season now, and
he's done.
Yeah.
Can we just acknowledge as well every season how one
There's
Chelsea
always one.
star
There's always
dies.
one. There's always one. There's always one.
Matic, Terry.
There's always one.
There's always one Chelsea player that goes from star the previous year
and
or
they just
good
drop off
and just falls off a map the next year. And this year is Azpilicueta, it seems so.
And the reason why it hurts me is because he's been such a good servant and whatnot. And if you think about it, he is. I remember when we had this discussion after the Carabao Cup or whatnot, and I was saying who's the leader in that changing room because the way him and Luis were behaving, Luis ain't in the change room anymore. No. If Azpilicueta is performing like that, he's not on the pitch. So that leaves.
Where's Reece James at?
He's injured.
Where's Reece James?
He's injured.
Bro, bring that boy back.
He needs to get in
Bring
it.
that guy back because Azpi's done. Simple as.
Before we move off United, there's two things I quickly want to address. In terms of your midfield, I know you've said stuff about you don't think it's great enough. Who do you guys need to be signing in January? Because I from what I get from you and United fans, it's a lot about you can't go on with Pereira and McTominay. Who do you need to be targeting?
I was surprised he was starting today.
To be honest,
I think he did all right, but I don't think he's enough.
Nah, he's not good enough, man.
No way.
To be honest, with the midfield, I don't know who we should sign, but we need to sign someone that can help control the game better. Because as good as Pogba is, he's still a final ball player. Like. He can pick. Only reason he's having to pick the ball up from deep is because he's the only one that's actually capable of doing that at like a high level. But we need Pogba. If we want to win games, we need Pogba closer to the goal than away from the goal.
Someone like Ndombele.
Yeah, that's where we should. That's what I wish we could have signed him. But seriously, like, we do need an extra centre mid that can help us with the quality on the ball. But McTom, he does his job. He keeps the balance. AP not good enough. Lingard not good enough. Matic horrible. So we are going to improve in that area. But for this season, for now, until we sign a centre mid, we're going to have to kind of be not a transition team, but capitalising on mistakes. Transition,
counter-attacking
will be a lot.
Making teams come out and be uncomfortable.
100%.
I have to say, Daniel James
Liverpool kind of do it in a way, obviously at a higher level. But look at Liverpool games. You don't see Henderson dominate.
Liverpool have a better quality, but you guys have the speed
exactly.
to
but
do
it. They have it through their fullbacks. We're going to have it through our wingers, and Pogba. But I
think Daniel James is a cheat code, and we spoke about it. We said that he's come from the Championship, but he knows what he can and can't do, and you can mold it.
There's quality in the Championship, you know.
There's quality in the Championship, you know. I'm not even lying to you. I might
start watching Championship.
I might start watching a bit of Championship.
One more thing. Last thing.
Again.
Grealish, what? Jack Grealish.
Again.
Last thing on United. Harry Maguire, right? Great signing. We can see the difference. I'm gonna go out on the ledge and say we can see the difference after 90 minutes.
And
Why did United not back Jose and sign Maguire?
Please,
That's
I need the answer.
You see with this,
because you saw post game as well. He said he arrived 1 year too late.
Yeah.
You know that was the guy Jose
killer.
wanted.
But the thing is, look,
Because Jose came out. The thing is, and if you look at Mourinho historically, right, there's very few times where he comes out and says, "Listen, I need this one.
Yeah. But
I need this one." He didn't say like I need a top centre back. He said I need Maguire.
Yeah, with Maguire, with Maguire to United situation, I was in favour of Jose there. Like at the end of the day, look, I'm always the type of guy, back your manager. Whatever your manager's philosophy is or whatever.
Back your man.
Back your manager.
Back your man.
It's as simple as that. So Jose wanted Maguire, and I hear United had like compiled like a scout, like our scouts scouted loads of defenders. None of them had
He
Maguire.
told you he's director of football.
No, that's it was on the actual
You get the inside scoop in it.
So
I was asking.
we had a lot of scouts who didn't think Maguire was the one. They had all these other names. Jose didn't want any of them names. He said, "I want Maguire." Yeah. Ed Woodward didn't back him, and at the end of the day, in that final season, when we went from second, which was still a poor season, but we went from second, and you only signed Fred and Delo, and you wanted to compete, then obviously you're just mocking it. People are saying Woodward lost faith in Jose. That's bullshit. He's your manager. If he wants that player, go and sign him. And it's absolutely embarrassing that maybe Maguire could have been 65 million last year, maybe. Now
that's
he's 80.
the thing for me.
So
I think had you lot signed him last year off the back of that World Cup he had as well, and you actually backed Jose. God knows how last season would have turned out.
You never know. If United had Maguire last season,
and I know it's all ifs and buts, but
yeah, of course. Jose
Football,
was still.
It was just an interesting one where after the
stayed,
game.
but the thing is, if Jose stayed, Rashford will be chilling with Luke Shaw.
Lukaku would still be running that line.
Martial will be at Marseille.
No, you would have a
Pogba will be at Real Madrid.
No, you would have.
So let's not get into
United will have a front two of Mandzukic and Lukaku up top. With Perisic playing left wing.
So you never know. Like obviously it's ifs and buts, but
other Premier League's games were there. But I think the key thing for me is, even though it's a little bit premature, from what we've seen, how is the league going to go? I'm going to step on the ledge again. I did come here and say, you know what, Chelsea are going to finish top 4. It's a bit of a sticky word still. I don't think we're going to finish top 4.
For that because last week it was
top 4.
Top 4, you know.
Top 4. I'll finish top 4. I think it's
top 4 of what? Yo, this isn't pro club.
Top 4 highest selling.
Even in our preview thing, you said 3-1. I said 2-2. I said I believe that we're going to concede goals. I knew we'd concede goals.
Can I say something?
Go on, shoot.
They laughed at me.
Who laughed at you?
They laughed at me. When I said comfortable performance 3-1, they said I'm delusional. They know.
Who said?
Hashtag they know. Hashtag they know. Trust me, boy. And then you can go.
So my thing is, I knew we were going to concede the goals. I thought the 2 posts or whatever, I'm not even counting those, because if you hit the post, it's not on target. But at the end of the day, Tammy Abraham had 1 chance in the game.
Not good enough.
Take it. It's not good enough.
Tammy Abraham's just not good
I
enough.
actually think, I don't know, maybe it's too premature, but going forward, I can't see Chelsea getting a bag of goals. I think this was the biggest indicator of Hazard missing and Chelsea looking like they're actually missing a massive piece.
So
I'm not even sure, like top 6, I'm even concerned. I'll be real with you.
I'm on 2 elements here, right? Based on it, from even what you said, Chelsea played a good style of football in the first half. However, if you do not have the quality of player, as soon as something goes wrong, that player is going to panic and go back into bad habits. Jorginho is always going to get the ball under pressure and try and play it. He can do that.
It's the way he is,
Pedro is not the level that Pedro was anymore. So Pedro is going to lose the ball in the middle of the park. If Kante is not in the middle of the pitch, no one's going to defend. And then you're going to be one-on-one with Zuma. What's Zuma going to do? He's going to kick in your ribs, because that's all he knows how to defend. So
I'm not being funny. Chelsea got to start thinking about alternatives for Jorginho in terms of who can play there, because he's been awful. Look, he's been awful. He's been awful the whole season last year, and this season he started this year and he's average.
I object to that.
Wait. He's not average, because I've seen him bot the ball before. I just don't think he's
today's performance. I saw a lot of interceptions, and I've seen him get smart in the Premier League. When he did the yellow card, right, last year when it was against your mob, he didn't touch the guy.
Nah.
He went through, bangs it in. His game craft in terms of Premier League, he's realised what he needs to do and what
he's
do.
Definitely
he intercepts a lot more. His ball retention and playing forward is there. The thing is, Chelsea have shit wingers that can't run. I'm gonna give
him a bit of time, only because I want to see how he plays with Kante.
I think he needs Kante on a double.
Nah, listen.
I think that will aid him and aid
because
Kante
he knows
in a
if
way
he
as well.
because he knows if he f's up, Kante
yeah.
will bail him up.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's once I've seen those two in a double
And
pivot.
if that doesn't work, then I'll be like,
that
okay,
don't work, then
cool.
I'm like, he's
Because
got to go.
I've seen Jorginho when he was at Napoli, yeah, obviously with Sarri, blah, blah, blah. When he was playing, if you're going to have a slight frame, kind of like technical DM, I'm sorry, you've got to be elite. You can't be an average, okay version of it. Get some tackles in. Get some. You got battle in that position. And if you're gonna be that, please be Busquets level. Please be Pirlo level. Please be Alonso level.
Very
be like
elite
that.
level.
He's doing it at average level.
So
and that's gonna harm Chelsea.
Let's look
he
at
doesn't
today's
boss
game.
games, bro.
Let's look at today's
in a
game.
position as a DM, you're meant to boss games.
Let's look at today's
Am I
game.
right or wrong?
No, 100%. Let's look
He
at
doesn't
today's
boss games.
Let's look
Yeah,
at
you can say
before we go on. Let's look at today's game quickly.
He was average.
Quickly, right? In terms of your goals, where do your goals come from?
What do you mean?
Where did your goals come from?
Are you trying to say it wasn't from Jorginho or anything?
No, I'm not saying
I'm not saying Jorginho was
No,
at
but
fault
I'm
for
saying where did the goals come from?
the centre of the
They
park.
came from mistakes.
Oh, pretty much.
They literally came from mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of going forward,
He didn't boss nothing for you
anytime
guys,
went forward, if you go and watch it back, it started from him playing the ball to someone that goes on.
That's
to Barkley.
basic.
But
he doesn't boss the game. He doesn't
No.
boss the game.
I don't think he definitely.
Let's look at the people that do that at
initially
elite
what
level.
he was signed for. Let's
Look
be
at
honest.
he was
signed
at
to
Napoli. He was
dictate
doing
the
it at
play.
elite.
And this is what
And he
bro,
doesn't
what
do
we
enough
just
of
said
that.
now in
Bro,
terms
you
of
know-
okay,
listen,
if we see it and he can't do it with Kante, then at least we know that okay,
That's
boom.
for me what I'll see. I want to
When
see
you
him
do
with
it-
Kante.
When you do it in that position,
When he was doing
no,
it at
wait,
Napoli,
wait,
why did it look so good at
wait,
Napoli?
when you do it in that
Because he
position,
had Hamsik and
wait,
Allen.
when you do it in that position, yeah, when you're a technical DM, other teams are meant to go against Chelsea and think we need to stop Jorginho,
Which is why Pereira was on him.
Pereira was barely on him that much in the start. He wasn't on him the whole time.
But this is what I'm saying.
Wait,
If
when-
you've had
look
to,
at when,
if
like,
your man
England-
just had to
wait,
make a decision, and
look
say,
at when
stick
England-
on him.
So you would try and take Jorginho out the side now. You wouldn't even.
No, I
give
wouldn't
it
take
a-
him outside. I'll give him about 5 more games. Why am I
So
going to
what,
waste the
then
whole season trying to play?
Jorginho,
That's
no,
Jorginho's average.
Kovacic,
He's playing.
and-
I don't think
Kovacic
he's average
and
when he
Kante.
don't suit Chelsea.
Kovacic, Mount.
or Loftus-Cheek,
Or Loftus-Cheek.
and
Don't suit
Kante.
Chelsea. You guys can continue playing with the problem if you want. I don't mind. Look at Matic. Poor. Get out the
I
side,
don't know.
mate.
I think
that's
debut-
it.
I
Put
think debut
McTominay there.
seasons are rough for
I
anyone.
think-
I think
I'll be
give him a
honest.
chance with Kante.
I'll be
see where
honest,
we go.
I don't think
And I
Jorginho's
was
a
a
whole
big critic
season.
of him last
Listen,
year.
I was a
big critic.
I was a big. I praised Jorginho in terms of I thought it's gonna be tough, but don't get it twisted. I'm not here saying Jorginho has to get out right now, but this can't continue.
You
in my
can't, yeah.
opinion. That's what I'm saying.
My
There's
thing
levels
is,
to
if we're looking at Chelsea and be honest, I'll be honest, right? That's not the place where we need to start. I think the Azpilicueta issue from last season to now, even in his first game, is evident.
When's Kovacic gonna do something?
This is what we're talking about. So if you
Why
take
did you not sign
if
him
you
for
take
50 mil,
Jorginho,
please?
When's Kovacic gonna do something?
Why?
okay, so realistically,
fathom
before because we've got other stuff to talk about. Realistically, right? If you're in a position where you can't sign players, right, and you
Take
have
what you're
the
given,
potential
Piper. Yeah.
to have, if anyone gets injured, drink water and Bakayoko because you're centre mid, are you not going to sign Kovacic?
Hey.
Let's be
Listen,
real. Let's be real.
Desperate
Are
times.
we going to tell Callum?
RJ,
Desperate
get
times.
fit quickly because Reece James will be probably doing a better job than Jorginho, mate.
I don't
and
think you're going to
Kovacic.
hold him. I don't think you're going to hold him. You're going to right, but I don't think you're going to hold him.
Oh,
But
mate.
let's talk about predictions based on your win today and how you see Man United going forward, how you're evolving, how Ollie's had his preseason. You've made the key signings. A lot of people said, "What did you rank your transfer window again?"
I didn't do a rating. I didn't.
No,
do
but you did a
rating.
video and you was trying to
Yeah,
show your
yeah,
video.
but I
What
didn't
did
do
you
a
say?
rating.
Okay, so when you summarize what you said in the video,
The
quickly.
video, obviously, we didn't sign in some areas. We didn't sign in some areas, but we signed in defense, which was good. We patterned up the defense, but in offensively, we needed to sign an attacker that's going to impact the game. I mean, impact our squad straight away starting. Daniel James is still going to be a work in progress.
Based on,
Centre
okay,
mids,
so
we didn't
based
sign
on where you are now, how far do you think you can go in terms of where you going?
At max, we can get is fourth. We're not going to get
Fourth.
third. At absolute max, we're going to get fourth. We're not. Tottenham are better than us in many areas of the park. Liverpool, let's not talk about them. And City,
Yeah.
I don't even need to say words,
Yeah.
mate.
I'm happy you stopped there because Jose's been talking a lot this week and he's dropped a few gems. He
Love
said that
Jose.
he believes that Man
What a
City's
legend.
B team can win the Premier League. He said that Liverpool could win the Premier League, and he also mentioned Tottenham. But where do you think in terms of
Third.
top four?
I think third, but what
You said
we
that
could-
too comfortably.
we could, and the thing is, I actually think we
Spur-
could actually
Liverpool
catch
have
up
made
to
no
Liverpool
signings.
this year. That's the thing. I
Okay.
think Liverpool haven't strengthened this year,
Okay.
and that could hit them. I think
So you're saying you can
where
finish
they
second?
should wait, possibly. If Liverpool tail off,
Are you
if
going out on
Liverpool
a
tail
ledge
off,
or you're?
For me, I wouldn't go out on a ledge. But I don't think there's much of a difference between 2 and 3.
Poch did say it's title time.
Poch is smoking something else because
that's your
I don't
manager,
see
mate.
it.
That's your gaffer.
You think we're getting ahead of City?
Who?
Spurs?
I mean, listen. The only way someone is going to win the league.
Getting ahead of
That's not
City.
City is if there's internal issues with City.
And
No,
that,
no
I
one
can't
is-
see
I'll
that
be
happening.
honest,
No
Even if
one is
there's-
stealing the league.
Even
of
if there's
City.
No way,
internal
no
issues,
way.
I don't think they would.
Like,
They would mask over
bro,
it.
Pep
Yeah.
has to like stand down. He
Yeah.
has to hear
Yeah.
that Aguero beat his girl or something like that. That's the only way they're not going to win the league,
But-
honestly.
In all honesty,
Look at
that
us- look
should be our target this year, to go ahead of Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool have strengthened. I think
Forget about go ahead of Liverpool. Even if you finish third and City won the league by
6
But-
points.
but we
7
close the gap.
points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
For
then
me,
cool.
closing the
I don't-
gap
it doesn't
is
matter.
so
Okay,
important this year.
Okay,
The
let me
gap
let
was
me
way too
let me
big last year.
rephrase this, because let's not talk about league position. Are you in a title race this year? A race, as in like you might not win the race. You know, like Usain Bolt gaps everyone
Yeah,
by like
yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
you were second and you were like, you would-
I'll say this,
Powell,
I'll say
Mustafa
this.
Powell thing
yeah,
there.
or Johan Blake, them man. Like, are
I'll
you?
go out on a limb
Yeah.
and say we're in a title race
Okay.
till Christmas.
This guy's such an idiot.
I'm gonna just say it how it is.
If anyone's gonna have issues around Christmas, it'll probably be Liverpool because of they didn't
lack
sign
of
and
depth.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, like,
And let's be honest as well.
Liverpool's two hitmen are
But
African.
but can we say
But,
one
like,
thing as well? Yeah, is
they're
last
natural-
season Liverpool had no major injuries.
Bro,
To any of their big stars, no major injuries. So they were lucky in a sense. Big injury to Salah or Van Dijk this year. How much of a difference does that make to their team?
100%.
Yeah, Liverpool
100%.
have to stay injury free to have a great season again.
Whereas Man
But-
City can afford.
Yeah, but look at
I'll be
Salah.
honest,
they had De
Wait,
Bruyne
look
out the
at
whole
Sa-
year.
Look
Yeah.
at Salah.
Yeah.
He's very, very, very naturally fit. Look at
Mane,
Mane, very
same.
naturally fit. Mane's first game of the whole thing was the game against Norwich.
And he's been back for 4
Salah
days.
had one game and he was an absolute threat against Man
Yeah.
City. Against City,
Yeah.
bro, he only had one game. That was
Problems.
his straight. That was his first game.
On
And then
Liverpool
now
play.
he had Norwich, and look
On-
at him. He's looking.
On Liverpool,
Liverpool
quickly,
players are fit, man.
Bobby Firmino, you have to give people flowers when you need to give them flowers. Like, he doesn't get his goals
This
and
is a
whatnot, but
change of
listen,
tune, I
this
like
guy,
it.
this guy.
Weren't you calling him?
Hold the phone.
Brazilian wan-bisska or something. He was
No, I
like,
didn't, that was you. You just said that.
Are you mad?
I didn't say what.
It was him.
Need to
was
apologize to Firmino.
Nah, Bobby's
I've been
good.
telling
No.
you lot.
Bobby's
I
good.
would
Give
him his credit.
But it was when they were doing the comparisons between him and Lacazette.
You lot said he was doing centre back stuff up front.
No, but he
You
is.
said he's not
No,
a
but-
striker.
no, I
He's a
didn't say- I didn't say he's not a
centre-back with the
striker.
number 9 on.
I didn't say that. I said that I said, are we supposed to
Reroll
praise
the
him?
tapes.
I said, are we supposed to praise him based on interceptions? That's
Listen,
what I
no,
said.
look,
That's
Firmino,
verbatim, that's what I said.
Firmino's a great
That's
player,
true.
but we'll see what happens when Liverpool need to rely on him. Look,
Thank you.
Chelsea,
No.
I don't know,
Okay.
there's
No.
like
Okay.
Chelsea. Okay, I can't say Chelsea anymore, but
No.
United are gonna have to rely on Martial at one point.
What you said,
Aguero, all these type of
what
things,
you've
so-
said is where I was going with this. We've said that Liverpool need to keep their squad fit and whatnot. One injury happens to one of your wide men and whatnot. Origi started that game. Origi started on the
Left
wing or
wing,
whatnot, and he was just like,
I'm
cool.
becoming a big fan.
No, the thing is, Origi's
I'm
one of those
becoming
guys
a
where
big fan,
he's. I said it. He's janky. Like,
It's
it might
just
not look right.
shithousery.
Yeah, it might not look right, but it will come off.
I love them players that just understand their role in the team.
They-
Exactly.
and they
He doesn't
do
kick up
the
a fuss or
damn
anything. He
thing.
just does
like
it. in the-
Chicharito at United.
Bro.
them
100%.
I like
He will
that.
come on. He'll get his goal.
I didn't rate him
Everything
that
in the
much,
box.
but
You
he got his
appreciate
goals,
him
you know what I'm
afterwards,
saying?
yeah,
isn't
you
it? Yeah.
appreciate him.
But I need to see whether if the goals dry up for Mane and Salah, they
Ooh.
probably won't. But this is the Premier League. Will Bobby be able to get those extra goals for them?
I think he's
Because
shown in Spurs.
If we
He's
look
shown in
if we
Spurs
look
he
at
can get
their bench, Lallana's not going to get goals.
them. No.
Origi's not going to get a.
We said that last year that
prolific
one of their
amount.
biggest issues was no goals from midfield.
Shaqiri's not one of these like
When you have
super
Mo
sub
Salah,
something.
Mane,
Shaqiri gets you wonder
Yo,
goals.
100%. But Guardiola's got Aguero sitting on the bench, coming on, missing pens.
yeah.
When
at
they
that-
dropped the Man City B team, Aguero was in there. I said, huh?
Exactly.
That's how spoiled for choice them man
Exactly.
are, bro.
But so what are we saying? City are gonna City are running away with it.
Clear.
Are they running away with it? Or are they
They're,
winning it?
they're running away with it with a big gap from Liverpool this year. I feel Liverpool.
I mean, I don't.
No,
I
but you
don't
just said
know.
you're in a title
I would
race.
say.
You just
no,
said you're in a title race.
till Christmas.
Yeah.
I said
I
till
think-
Christmas.
I think-
I'm
I
telling
think-
you.
I think City. I don't.
How are you
I still
stopping them?
have faith that it's gonna be close. I still think it's gonna be close, but City, they're gonna win the league. They're just too good,
Just
bro.
too damn.
Personally,
There's
do
no
you-
holes.
do you know why I don't think
it'll
bro,
be
and
close?
I actually think they got players that are still gonna take it to another
Yeah.
level.
Do you know why I think it's
Mate,
not going to be close?
KDB.
Let me
There's
take-
squad
look,
age.
let's-
Have you seen it?
yeah, let's
Everyone's
stay-
like
let's stay
24,
there.
25.
This is where, and this leads us nicely to our next topic. I'll tell you why I think they're going to walk away with it, right? Raheem Sterling, we've all disgust. He's got 40 something goals across 2 seasons.
50 Premier League goals now. Well done, boy.
No, but how many across 2 seasons? 40 something. Right?
Half century.
Okay.
Boy.
Answer my question. How many?
I don't know.
Something?
Yeah, probably like 46 or something.
So that's across 2 seasons, and that's with missing a lot of one-on-ones. So he has the potential to get 30 goals.
Yep.
Mahrez doesn't start all the time, but when he comes on, he gets assists, he can get goals. Jesus can get a young 15. Aguero is still going to get 25, whether he's on the pitch or not. He will come on and get a hat-trick. That's what he does. That's why he's in my fantasy team.
Don't forget Bernardo.
Bernardo's Bernardo.
Yeah.
Bernardo's Bernardo.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
doesn't need stats.
KDB is releasing clips saying he's in his 11th season, and this year he's coming for everyone's neck. You know, when I saw that clip, I said, just give him a man's doing a promo to his own promo.
I
Do you see the video?
The City
I
can,
think-
yeah,
I
City can do what they want.
They can do what they want. So
I think KDB this year will
Benjamin
be on a revenge
Mendy,
tour as well.
we have not seen Mendy. I didn't even know Mendy was still at City.
Sharp team.
I didn't know he was still at
social media manager, some say.
PR.
Certain man say social media manager.
No, he's a social media man. He's head of social media.
It's the
He
truth.
runs the Insta, the TikTok and the Insta accounts. But so look at all of that. Gundogan is City is rotting on the bench. He signed a 5-year
Just signed a new
contract.
5-year deal to sit on the bench because he knows what's coming. Like, I can't see that City team moving because you look at all of them, 24, 25, 26, like for the next 3 or 4 years, if Pep decides I'm staying in England for the next 3 years,
Pure
forget
domination,
it.
mate.
It's domination.
I think he might get bored after next season.
I don't think so. I think this will be the time
If
where
he doesn't win the
Pep-
Champions League, he'll get bored.
possibly.
But
There's a possibility.
that's a
of that.
discussion for another day.
Definitely.
We've seen the Premier League teams come up. What have we thought of them? Norwich. What do we think?
Norwich played good football again, but
Is it going to be enough?
They were too what's the word again? They were
Naive?
Too they were too naive against Liverpool. I mean,
Yeah.
Liverpool who Anfield, Messi got banged there, mate, and you're trying to go
when I
and
come try to play pop ball.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make sense. How can you go to Anfield trying to pop? Not even City trying to do that. So anyway, I think they're going to be a good team, and they've got a guaranteed goal scorer. Pukki, so
I was
going to
say
right.
he actually played well. That
He's
game.
another junkie guy. He's another junkie guy.
Another one of
I
them,
like
yeah.
the to be honest, I really like the teams that got promoted this season. I really like them. I think
Sheffield got what the equaliser against Bournemouth last minute as well, wasn't it?
last
Big
minute.
up
Billy
Sharp.
Sharp,
Big
a
up
goal
Sharp.
scorer, a
Big
goal
up Sharp.
scorer. I think all these teams have. Okay, Villa don't have a goal scorer, but they've got a really good midfield. But
Villa,
I don't really know this Wesley guy. I'm not gonna lie.
I think they're going to
So
struggle.
I know about.
You think they're
I
gonna
think
struggle?
they're gonna
I think
struggle.
out of the
Because
three,
of
they
that,
might
I
be the
think
surprise team.
Every team that comes up, you look at it, that stays up, usually has that 10 or 15 goal a season strike,
Yeah.
whether it be a Glenn Murray, an Adam, or
Yeah,
whoever
yeah.
it is. But with them, that Wesley is an unknown quantity, and then they've got that the fake Trezeguet next to him.
Yeah.
I'm
So
looking
but
at these
the thing
guys.
is,
I'm-
I know
the
the thing is-
midfield
and Hurahan
and
though.
defense look
Quality
good,
midfield.
but
And
then
those two players, I
finishing
know,
off-
but the thing is, it's one of those things where there's a word that's used in the Premier League a lot, and it's prolific. I think every team needs someone that's going to be somewhat prolific. Any team that doesn't have that usually floats in that little 12 to 15, because look at Palace now. If
West Ham
Zaha
had that.
downs tools, they are finished.
I don't think he'll do that, but I think he'll.
I don't think he will, but if he decides to, they're finished. And this is the one season where you need Zaha in form, because guess what? If he goes into the box and someone touches him, VAR, it's a pen.
That's it.
It's a pen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Straight.
a lot of pens he won't be getting anymore, mate.
that's
So
good
that's
as well.
Fair shout. So who do you reckon's going to get relegated?
I think Crystal Palace are getting ready.
Yeah, Crystal Palace are gone. They're gone already.
I mean, I
100%.
I think they're gonna. I mean, their striker's Benteke. He is awful, mate. He's finished. Benteke is finished. He's actually might be the worst striker in the Premier League now. Like, let's be
Do me
real.
a favor, please.
Benteke. So I think
Get
Palace,
out of here.
I think Palace are gonna go down.
No, wait, hold on, wait. Sorry. They have Benteke, Jordan Ayew, and Conor Wickham.
I couldn't think of anything
Wickham.
more relegation.
Only reason he's good is because you can put him on your bench in the fantasy team, mate. And that's about it. Cheap, 4.5
That
million.
4.5 easy on
Young
the bench,
4.5.
yeah.
That's the reason. But honestly, I think Palace will go down. I think
Sheffield
I think
United
Brighton
as
are
well.
going down. And
Really?
I think Brighton might go down.
I don't think so. I think
they
they
might
might
go
stay
down.
up.
Based on what we said, though, Glenn Murray gets you 10 goals. Even
That's
though
what
he's
I think.
old,
I
he
think
gets
even,
you 10
even
goals.
that Andone or whatever, he played half decent as well.
No.
I know he's a horrible goal
Wait.
scorer.
What was Brighton score? They popped them
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
3-0 or something like that.
No, but it's first game.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
first
okay.
game.
But I'm torn between Newcastle, Sheffield United,
I'll be honest. I think Newcastle
know.
may have enough to stay up.
Brucey. No, but Maxim.
Newcastle will
what's
stay
his
up.
name? Maxim.
Gucci gang, Gucci
I liked
gang.
him when he
Gucci
come on,
gang.
man.
I'm looking out for
Energy.
him. He's one of my players to watch. I heard he's a good player.
I like him,
Yeah.
Almiron, and the Joe Linton. I think that's
yeah.
going to be a decent force up there.
And again, the thing is, I'm not trying to push anything out here, but if you look at Newcastle's team, right, you've got a big striker, you've got 2 strikers that wingers or whatnot that can move around. You've got someone in Shelby that 3 out of his 5 passes will be in a decent position.
And it will
Is
always
that
be
fair
forward.
to say? I'm not saying that he's gonna. I'm not saying he's playing magnificent balls, but he's putting them in decent positions.
Shelby has dumb techers, but I can't stand players like that. I can't.
Rebo Pogba. Wow.
That's
high praise.
I can't stand players like Shelby. All that talent, mentality is dead. You don't work that hard. I don't rate him.
Looks like.
I watch him play games. He's shit.
No, there is.
No, I don't know what he does in training, but I don't see what he does in the pitch.
In the
No,
game,
no, but
yeah.
come
I
to
don't
the
see
scout
him
report. It's calm.
doing
No,
bits.
because
Benitez
him and Benitez have got the WhatsApp in
Behind
it.
the
Bro,
scenes.
you gotta watch it. Listen, as I said, I hope y'all keep your eyes open. As I said, I hope y'all keep your eyes open this season.
Alright,
That's
cool.
it.
So what are you saying? Relegation was saying what? Did you say Villa?
Let's do a joint one. What we think?
Cool.
Let's unanimous decision.
I
say Palace.
Palace.
Is that
I think Palace are gone.
I think Palace as well.
I think Palace are gone.
Villa.
I'm gonna go Sheffield United.
I think Sheffield United.
I think Sheffield United are gone. I don't think.
I don't think Villa.
I don't think Villa
I
are
think
gone.
Villa with that strike force. I'm sorry, I can't see anybody getting double figures for them. Because Grealish is not
Do
a
you think
prolific goal
Villa?
scorer.
I don't.
I can't
I mean,
wait.
if it's 2-1, then we'll
No,
say
no,
Villa,
I
but
don't.
think Villa.
The only reason why I don't think Villa is because, based on what they showed against Spurs, if they get a bit more game craft, January's only.
What does that mean?
Nah, just
Like,
bro, let's get to
Because
it.
you look at the goal
Get
they
straight.
scored, it was
Off
one
the- off the
long ball
cuff.
clearance over the
Off
top.
the cuff, Palace. We've said off the
Palace
Sheffield
are gone.
United. We
Gone.
said off the cuff.
Mine's
Villa.
not Villa. Mine's not
You
Villa.
lot are going Villa.
I'm not going Villa.
I'm gonna go.
I'm not going Brighton either.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Brighton.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Brighton. I'm just gonna go.
Wait.
Norwich.
No, I think Norwich should be.
I
Tell you
think
what,
Norwich will be alright.
Brighton.
Norwich are that
think
yo-yo
Norwich
club
will be
in it
alright.
historically.
Yeah,
There
but I
is-
think every
no.
yo-yo club,
Let
there
me
comes
tell
a
you-
time
no,
when
no.
they stay a little bit.
Let
I
me
think
tell
they've
you
got
why.
enough decent young players in their team, and I think they've actually got a good
Aaron's-
striker.
no.
Max Aarons, what's the left
Let me
back?
tell you.
Jamal something?
Clark.
Clark, that was it, yeah.
Let me
They
tell
just
you.
sound washed.
Okay, you
Yeah,
know
they
what?
do.
Let me tell
A
you.
yellow kit as well.
Let me tell you why Norwich will go down, right? You see the goal that Villa scored?
Yeah.
That was shithouse at its finest. Villa have enough
That ain't
shithouse. No. Look what he said about Chelsea.
Bottom
Chelsea.
half VVD.
Look what he said about Chelsea. Look what he said about Chelsea, right? Chelsea were naive, right? They tried to play style away. They got rattled. Boom. Look at Norwich. Norwich are going to stay like that. Norwich are going to do what Huddersfield did.
Yeah.
They're going to keep going. Then when it gets to March, they're going to be like, you know what? It's a bit too late.
But that shit Housery, I don't think that shit
Bournemouth
Housery
done
will
it.
come
You
every
never
week.
know.
I
You
think
never
Norwich
know.
will
Never know,
outplay
never know.
the smaller teams. That's
Actually,
what I
Sheffield
think.
United got a good manager, but anyway, let's forget the relegation,
Tell you what,
boys, man.
Last quick one. Hazard. You mentioned Hazard. He's not in the league anymore. Sod him. Who's going to be the standout player this year?
Standout player this year, or who, as in like, who's the best player, or who's going to?
No,
be
I think who is the best
who's
player?
the best player in the league? It has to be.
There's-
It has to now go to Kevin De Bruyne.
I would say there's
Has
For
to
me,
be them
Kevin De
two.
Bruyne, I think this year is going to be on a revenge tour. I think he was out
100%.
injured last
He's
year.
doing promo
Dropped the
videos.
promo clips. I think
I watched
he's
that like
going
10
to come
times, like
hit
in
double
bare
figures
streams.
Now
in
the best
goals
player
and
is Van
assists.
Dijk. The best player is Van Dijk. He's about to win the Ballon d'Or, man. He's the best player. Come on, he's about to win.
Got to
the
give
Ballon
credit defenders.
d'Or. Hazard didn't. Hazard didn't win no
so,
Ballon d'Ors. Hazard didn't win no Ballon d'Ors.
That's true. Didn't even
VVD
get
is
top
about to
five.
win it.
Didn't even get top 5.
Hazard didn't even win a Champions League. So that's what I'm gonna say. But
Boy.
Hazard's a top player. But I think it's VVD because let's think about it. KDB does. I think he could probably walk into every
Every team in the world.
But Van Dijk
Dijk starts for every team and he makes
Van
every
Dijk,
team
like,
better.
there's no debate. Like you don't
Van
even have
Dijk.
to think of
Like
someone
this,
that's
yeah.
like is just gonna be there. So
Yeah.
Van
Just
Dijk,
him.
I say is the best player in the league.
I
I
think
don't
there's
think
this-
he's gonna win Player of the Year
Sterling
again.
now?
But
There's this
Sterling
aura
might
about
win
him.
Player of the Year.
But I think he could be
Sterling-
within a shout at the minute as the best player in the league as well.
Sterling is him and Laporte.
I'll say he's the informed player in the league.
bro. Him and
But
Laporte.
how long can we say in form for?
He's not in form anymore.
No,
Sterling's a-
this is
the thing.
him.
No,
It's
I
true.
was
This is
saying
him.
in
This
form,
is
but
him.
now I'm like,
no,
alright,
but
this
I'm
is just
saying
Sterling.
no. In terms of when I mean informed, not that he's doing well at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean in terms of if you look at people that are performing, right?
Yeah.
He's the one guy that is just constantly there.
Yeah.
Like
He's
constantly there.
he is the
Constantly.
guy he's the guy that Pep trusts.
Him
That's
and
it.
Laporte.
Him and Laporte and
Us- are the
obviously
starters.
Edison are the 3 players who
That-
no
that's the
matter
span.
what,
That's the
no
span of
matter
the team.
what, they're gonna play
Yeah.
every single
Imagine-
game.
imagine
He
that.
is a top. Mate. Oh, sorry, yeah, and KDB.
So
sorry.
their spine is Sterling, De Bruyne, Laporte. Imagine that, man.
Mad.
When Bashi made Black Boys, yeah, we couldn't dream of this.
Who? David Silva.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But-
It's
but I
a
mean,
personal
if
thing.
you saw-
It's a personal
If you
thing,
saw,
yeah.
if you
He
saw,
loves him.
if you saw David Silva not starting or KDB,
It would be
you
off.
could
Scratch your
kind of
head.
be
You
like,
scratch your head.
but if you saw
You understand
Sterling,
it.
if I didn't see Sterling starting,
I'll be like, what?
baffled.
Are they fighting?
Exactly.
Imagine.
Like,
In fact, let's tell you what, let's end this. You know what was so poetic for me? Last week the video came out when Sterling was saying dink it, and then Pep
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
dink it.
The boy loves him.
What happened in the match?
loves him.
What happened in the match?
Young
A young dink. Listen, man.
Pep loves
Black
that
boy
boy.
fly FC, man. That's what it is,
Pep
man.
loves him, but I think in terms of, let's say even we're talking about best player in the league. If we're talking about who is going to be a best player in the league this year,
No, but who's the best?
nah,
Who's best?
it's
Tell you what,
BVD.
you know what,
It's BVD.
Let's do it quickly.
We have to
We've got
predict who's going to be player of the year.
A few more minutes. Let's do it properly. In terms of what would be the criteria for best player in the year, impact to your team. The
Van Dijk.
if it's impact, Van Dijk. If it's the results of what you do,
Yeah.
it's still Van Dijk, I
Mhm.
believe. What other ability?
Van Dijk.
And that's got the most ability.
KDB will
But
probably
he's
have
a
the
centre
most
back.
Oh,
How are we
no,
comparing?
no, no.
How are we comparing centre backs in
No,
the
no,
ability?
no,
no,
in terms of-
that one.
In terms of ability, in terms of your position.
I'm giving the
Van
Bruyne.
Dijk is clearly
Yeah, what Van
the
Dijk
most
has in centre-
ability
yeah.
as a defender in the Premier League. KDB does not have more ability than Paul
KDB,
Pogba.
you can put
I'm
him
sorry.
anywhere in midfield.
KDB does
That
not
tells
have
me ability.
if we're talking about standard ability, KDB does not have more ability than Pogba. He
That's
doesn't.
interesting.
He doesn't. Pogba has more ability
interesting.
than him. I don't care what no one tells me.
Yo,
He's more
that's
ability.
That's interesting.
Van Dijk, tell me a
don't know,
defender
you
that
know.
comes close to him ability-wise.
Ooh.
What can't he do?
You
what
can't, whip,
kind
you
of-
can't whip like Trent, but that's only one
Yeah.
component. That's
can't-
one
he's-
component. But he's got a good lofted pass. I give him that. VVD. He's got the
Bro, he's
into the
got
channel.
everything.
Into the channel. You know that one over the fullback's head?
Yeah,
he's got
he's
that
got
one.
everything.
I'll give him that one.
Mate, when
So boom.
he scored against Norwich, I was like, bro, don't start your stuff again.
Yeah. So you're
Like,
saying
what
you're
are
going
you doing?
VVD?
And, like, you're taking a piss. Like, yo, people are talking.
Wait, are
Listen,
you
if he
are you
has
going
another
VVD?
season like that, imagine Liverpool win the league and he has another season like that. We got to start putting him in conversations with
All-time.
the all-time greats.
No, 100%.
All
But
times,
you're,
yeah.
you're saying VVD?
Best player in the league, yeah.
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
I'm going De Bruyne, yeah.
I'm leaving it undecided so people
Wow.
can vote what they want.
Hey, look,
Um,
I don't. Yeah, you see how he runs from shouts. You see how he runs from shouts. Who's the best player in the league, bro?
Best player.
Who's the best player?
Hazard.
Ah,
You see how he runs from shouts.
Pot belly.
You see how he runs from
out here.
shouts. I'm not gonna
Best
say
player
too
league.
much.
Alright, cool. So who's going to be the best player this season? Quickly.
Player of the year.
Who's going to be player of the year
Player
this
of the
season?
year, I think. Look, before going into the season,
Yeah.
I was Harry Kane all day. I think he's gonna be stupid this season.
I
think
reckon-
if he stays fit, ridiculous, he's gonna break 40 goals. Not in the Premier League, in all season.
I'll be honest.
But after seeing, I don't want to be influenced, but after seeing Sterling yesterday, everything good that City do ends up with Sterling. Like, if City are gonna win the league again, Sterling's gonna be cold again.
He's going to be key.
He's
to
gonna
it.
be key again, and I'm so torn between the two.
Listen,
Salah's
I say
gonna
you
go
ask-
Salah,
ask
but
people
I'm
in
going
the
to go on a
comments.
ledge. I'm going to go on a
Don't
ledge.
know.
I'm going to go on a ledge. Harry Kane gets 33 goals in Prem this season.
That
I say
break
he
Salah's
gets-
record.
33.
I think he gets 30
Break
plus,
Salah's
yeah.
record.
I reckon
think
he
he
gets
gets 30
33
plus
this
this
year.
year.
33.
He looks
Man,
hungry.
never
Yeah,
hear
no,
this,
yeah.
yeah?
And I'll tell
That
you
boy
why.
looks
I'll tell you.
lean.
Let me give you the logic behind it. With Ndombele,
Doesn't stay fit though, man.
Lo Celso and Thingy Bob there's no reason for Harry Kane to come back in centre midfield now. Stay in the box.
Yeah.
Stay in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
And
playing.
if you're not
this
coming
season. You know
back-
when he's trying to be like,
Yeah, you
Fake
don't have to
Wayne
come
Rooney.
back. Just score goals. So I genuinely think if that's the case and he stays fit, 33 goals.
No,
33, yeah. So you're putting
definitely
your neck out.
Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Kane
yeah,
is going
33,
to break
33.
Mo Salah's
Yes.
record this season.
Yes. Mo Salah might even break his own record as well.
What, 34? Yeah.
34.
Nah. What
Hey,
about
listen.
you? What do you think, player of the year?
De Bruyne.
De
I
Bruyne?
think
Player of the year?
De Bruyne. Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
think De
you're going
Bruyne.
him?
I think he's on a
I'm
revenge
going.
tour.
So you're going Harry Kane.
Yeah, I'm going to Harry Kane.
For the sake of it, for neutralness, I'm gonna go Sterling.
All right, cool. You know what? That's another episode, man. You know what to do. Instagram, YouTube, Spotify,
Tell
Apple
the people
Podcasts.
what they want as well.
Comment
If
what you want. You've seen what everything is. Just get the shit out of it, man. And that's another episode. We're out of it, man.